is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. And off we go from Tampa. Now return coming from the 7. Solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
33-yard line.
Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete.
Number 81.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now, faking the give. The throw here is complete. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
3rd and 1.
Trying to avoid the early 3 and out. They face 3rd and a yard. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got the first down and more than that. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A gain there of 23 yards. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
First and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. This is ball's out. Looks like the Saints have come up with the football. They did.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Big third.
On the ground, here's the first round pick from April's draft. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Right 80. What is that?
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. This will be a Saints first down. As he gets it up past the 30, he'll mark him at the 32.
For a Saints.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Gun. Stop. 180. Stop.
They'll stay on the ground. Not much of running there, just a short game.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
the 34-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Ready? Got.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. The catch is made by Claypool. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And, man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he'll get a few yards on this return. Pass the 15-yard line.
19-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. There's a reception for Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down upwards of the 32-yard line.
Complete to Chris
They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
Let's go. 19.
Here's a 1st down for their running back. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. With Justin Reed up from the safety spot to make the start.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7.
70 Lions.
They'll stick with him again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Ready up.
He'll drop the throw. That is going to be intercepted by Trent McDuffie.
Intercepted by the Saints. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On 1, ready? Here we go. 180, 11, MT, tank. 11, MT, tank. Stop.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. This one complete. It's pulled in by Claypool. And they'll get about half what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he He's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. This is something that they know in the future. They need a couple yards. They can come back to this play. And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
On one, ready?
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches.
Here we go, here we go. 180. 11.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Intended for
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
180.
Burrow to throw for it on 4th down. Taken in by Burrow. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they set up 1st and goal. So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the 1st quarter. 0-0 is the score. We'll have more from Tampa after this.
On one, ready?
Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal.
Let's get set. Side. 180. Right side. Side.
Here's a run. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
The loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal.
11. Gun. Side.
They'll go with him again. And that play took a little while to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall. They're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up 3rd down.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. He's got it. Trey Palmer. Touchdown 6. That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Their own 28-yard line.
Throw here to begin the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They just desperately need to get something positive going here, Mike. It just feels like they're a play away from really jump-starting everything they've talked about being good at throughout the course of the week's prep. And it's really been the inability to sustain drives. So critical third downs, better on first and second. Somewhere it's got to happen, and somebody's got to make it.
And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard, sets up third down.
A 2-yard pickup.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. To throw. Taken in by the tight end.
It's
A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
First and 10 at the
And this is what can
41-yard
happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 41, here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now a 3rd and 2.
70 Lion. Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And after that last incompletion, it's really the story of the game. This offense has had a really hard time sustaining drives that can lead to points. You can sense the frustration, not only on the sideline, but really in the entire stadium. They've got to get something going, especially early in these drives, so they can find themselves in scoring position and come away with some points.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
11 MT take.
A first down throw for Burrow. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Can't tie the game or even take the lead.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big time ball.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. And They get 18 on that one. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
20-yard line.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground,
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
when you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Ties the game at 7. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the
We're all
Buccaneers.
tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get across the 20, buck him down
The
to
Saints take
23-yard
over
line.
first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On one, ready? Here we go, here we go. 11, 11.
On first and 10, Burrow. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
Makes it
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a
Here we
catch.
go.
And in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Right in.
Now second down throw for Burrow. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line.
That's good.
20-yard pickup there. First down, New Orleans.
It's a gain of 20.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
They'll come up here. First and 10.
Gun. Stop. 11, ready? Stop. Stop.
They go play action for Burrow. And he's taken down inside of the opponent's 35. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs.
Stop.
Now a toss play, running left. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Here we go. Stop.
To throw is Burrow. One down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's infantry. Jermaine Burton, the intended receiver.
He was covered
And it's going to be third down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense. but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
3rd and long.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13. Stop.
Here's Burrow. Pushes the ball down the field. It's an interception. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. We saw it earlier. The defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. Greg, how do they pick up? They turn it into a pick 6.
And Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Buccaneers will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14. Saints 7. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go. 11 Thomas. Stop. Stop.
On first down, Burrow. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Gain of 16 yards.
It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
First and 10.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
On 1, right?
Second down and 8.
Here we go. 180. 180. Stop.
Back to throw, Burrow. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 10 yards to gain on the pitch and kick. It's good for a Saints first down.
Gun. Stop. Can. Stop.
Burrow to throw. This one completes him over. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. A gain there of 27 yards.
Saints.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10.
First down. New Orleans.
Stop.
Burrow now. Quick throw, taken in.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on it quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 1, ready?
It is second and 6.
Here we go. 180. Stop.
They'll turn and hand this one off. They'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down, first and goal.
Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Exit, and he's in. Down, Burrow. Touchdown, New Orleans. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him. And in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it inside.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
On the 27-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. Inside the 20. And he will take this one in. 72 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Buccaneers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Safe kick taken at the side. And it will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line.
At their own 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Play action now. It's Burrow. Headed left, buying time. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
Burrow here on 2nd down. That one pinballs around, but is incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly in his third attempt.
Stop.
Now, Burrow. Flush to his right. He manages to get the throw and completes it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain
6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
Gun. Stop.
First and 10
Ready.
at the 38-yard line.
Stop.
Now a give up the middle. Lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Benjamin Morrison there to bring him down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Can. Stop.
Up the middle they go. Good hits in there. Got the first down inside the 30.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass. I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Wide 80. Wide shot. Stop.
Right back to him on first down. He brought down inside the 25. Mikey Smith. They're on the stop.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Here we go. Wide 80. Stop.
Second down. Burrow. His pass taken in by Shaheen. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 11. Big 11 MT. Stop.
Working out of the gun. Burrow. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked up by Zion McCollum. And the Buccaneers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth down.
And in these tight games, especially in the second half, Mike, these are the big moments that somebody needs to step up and make a play, and that's exactly what he's able to do here. Great read, great reaction, steps in front of that ball and ends up going the other way. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here comes 2nd and 4. They're trying right side this time. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain. A 5.
First down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Here's 1st and 10. Handoff here. The middle. And he'll be taken down at the 40-yard line. They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
At the 40-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10, up at the 40.
Let's go now.
Try to run it here. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. With Justin Reed up from the safety spot to make the stop.
44-yard line.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. No give on the ground, and nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And he'll get a few yards on this return. The 15-yard line. Burrow now to throw on 1st down. Shaheed with the catch. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 3. Gun. Off the play fake. Here is Burrow. That one broken up. It's incomplete. Over him down the field. It'll set up the 3rd down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
Here we go. 11. Stop.
Burrows from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game. Like, it just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
Ready up!
Now, faking the give. Going downfield, right side, and it's hard. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. score after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The break, the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go, Shaq, reload, Cowboy 80. Go, Chap. Hey, smash. Check go.
Fourth quarter begins on the ground. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
He'll drop the throw. Josh Haskell in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
We're trying to get this one on the ground. And he's going to be stopped well short of the 1st down. Gain of 6, but it brings up 4th down.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
So we get you a pressure kick. And here's Chase McLaughlin. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. This one taken at the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
Here we go. Stop.
They'll begin here on the ground. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going.
Here we go.
Whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Mark to his right. Now he takes off. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble down. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Now, thrower. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand, get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Now second down throw for Burrow. And the defender draped all over, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Here we go, here we go.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. He's going to have the Saints first down. They're able to convert by plenty on 3rd and 1.
You know, how often do we see, Mike, in these third and short situations, there's so many bodies up near the line of scrimmage, and this back has his head down, hitting it so hard that sometimes he runs into that line, and sometimes he can come out that backside.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
23 yards.
They'll pick up 23 on that one. First down, New Orleans.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Here we go.
First down.
To throw is Burrow. Rush comes, they're sitting up the screen. We'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
11.
Here's Burrow. Forced out wide. The throw there on 2nd down. Going to be incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
This crowd trying to be a factor, getting very loud now. It's 3rd and 5. Rolling right. Going on the run. It's behind his man, and it's incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience. But I can tell you firsthand, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He'll get it again. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. to throw. That is caught. He did not grab it. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Maybe a yard.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. Stick with him again. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go. Here we go. Viking 18.
They'll stay on the ground. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped. No gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
So, fire the cannons. It's a win for the Bucs. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL.